Hey y'all, welcome back. I apologize. I was trying to use my other computer, keeping my fingers crossed that now that I got the new internet speed, it was going to not drop the internet. It has dropped the internet again. So I think whenever I took my computer out of S mode, which was safety mode, I think it just messed up something with my restream. So the truth of the matter is I'm probably going to have to get a new computer in order to use restream on that computer. Um, however, we're back. Hey, ma'am, good to see you. Good to see everybody. I hope you all are well. So, listen, we got to do some work, right? And I thought, why not just come on and get you guys to kind of help me think through, sort through, figure out, because I really want to save $20,000. That seems to me at the current moment like a feat. I mean, it really seems to me like a feat for sure. And hey, ma'am, good to see you. Hey, everybody. I do apologize. I was trying to use my other computer because Jackson was using this one and it dropped the internet again. So, and then I had turned my computer totally off. And one of you guys texted me saying, Shakima, you're live. But we don't see anything but a blue screen because it totally just froze up, blacked out, wasn't doing anything. And I'm just sitting over here waiting for him to get done. So I apologize. But we're in the middle of trying to get this plan together to save $20,000. And how am I going to do it? I will be honest and say right now it seems like a daunting task because I haven't been able to save much money over the last year with everything that has come up, all the things we had to replace in the home, all of the traveling that I was doing. But I really think that this is something that we can do. So I'm going to share my screen with you all and let you see what I came up with, right? Because before you can do anything, you have to have a plan. So we're going to figure out our plan, right? So I'm going to work this thing with you guys. Let me just get on in case I need to see any notifications. In case I need to see any notifications. All right. That has been removed. Very good. Now we should be seeing something different. I'm not seeing it differently. Okay, let me go back in. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my comments up in case I have any. Okay, very good. Here we go. All right. So I want to be able to see the comments and then share this sheet with you, right? So this says sinking funds tracker. Let me increase this to, okay, maybe 125 will do it. 125. Can we see everything? Oh, yeah. This says business expense tracker. I actually found this on something else and I'm using it for this. So we're just going to put sinking funds tracker. All right. So this is the sinking funds tracker. Now, the one thing that I think is important, if I'm going to save, if I stop funding sinking funds right now, and I'm just going to write some stuff down, and I don't start sinking funds again until June. Well, I need to know when things come due so I'll know if I can wait until June to pay some of these things. So for right now, the garden is irrelevant. Gracie's irrelevant because I have stuff that I do with Gracie every month. Now, the post office box. Okay. I believe that my post office box is due in February. I think February. And then another 6 months, August. So I think that this comes due February. And then again in August. I could be just slightly off, but I think that's right. So in order for me to know or to deal with, can I wait to sink my funds? I need to know when my sinking funds are due. Okay. So let's see. Taxes, I'm not worried about. Christmas, I need to be able to sync Christmas. Let's just say I'll sync Christmas in July. So I need to have those funds in that account in July. That'll be enough time for the funds to sit and even draw a little bit of interest, right? Okay. Vacation is not a thing. Moving on. Amazon Prime, that comes due in January. So Amazon Prime comes due in January. Now, typically, I don't pay that. I have a friend that gifts that to me. And because she gifts it to me, I still save it just in case she changes her mind, if that makes any sense. So I don't technically have to have Amazon Prime money, but I save it just in case something happens where that gift is no longer there. Recycling renewal, that comes due in July. Okay. Pest spray comes due in September. Okay, that comes due in September. Tires, insurance comes due August. Insurance is due in August and March. And that date might be July and February, but I'll have to come back to that. PureFlix is due in May. February, Rachel? I thought it was February. Okay. Why can't I spell May? This is why Rachel is so important to my life. I thought it was February, but you know what? February. Okay. What else? Let me keep going down. Car registration, that's due in September, right? That is in September. Pest control, that's every 3 months. So when did I just get that done? I just got that done in September. So October, November. So December is 1 month. March, June, September, all right. Well, actually, let me wrap this text. I'm going to wrap it this way, and then I'm going to close that back up. Let me do it this way. Okay. What else? Let's see. Oil change. That's every 10,000 miles. Okay, I can't do that one right now because I can't. I no longer have to do sister's car match money. Hey, ma'am. Good to see you. Why am I saving for a wedding dress? Because I believe that the Lord wants me to be married. I believe that. And I don't even remember when I put that on there. Good Lord. I do want to take my kids to the state fair next year, which we have not been to, but the state fair here is in October. Okay. I don't have a definite time or date for a wedding dress, but I think you do things in, I think you, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. So I'm yet to see a husband, but I think I need to prep for it. So, but I don't have a date. We can say Jesus 20. I'm just gonna say 2026 because I don't have a date. But anyway, I'm keeping it on there. The floors are in my bedroom are the last floors that have to be done. High school sinking fund, we don't need anything on that. Well, that might not be true. Jackson will have some stuff that's coming due. What am I missing as far as sinking funds? I'm gonna go back to my miscellaneous. Okay, I think that's everything I have on sinking funds. Now I need to know, let me see. I'm going to do the $50 challenge. And then the 100 envelope challenge. Oh, that's just 100 envelopes, not the $100 challenge. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Dogs, their yearly exams. Okay. Now, here's how the spreadsheet works, right? So in every month, you'll see January through December. So right now we're in November. So I'm, starting in November, December, and then jumping back January through October. But what I might have to do is plan for monies in June and July, right? If I don't sink any more funds, I have to have money for anything that's coming up in January, like the Amazon Prime. That's coming up in January. The post office is coming up in February. So if Amazon Prime is paid for, then I can take that Amazon Prime money that I'm saving and put it towards the post office purchase. And the reason I keep the post office box is because I'm waiting. I get review stuff sent there. Lots of that TikTok shop stuff I get sent to Amazon. Get sent to the post office box. Okay. So how much of everything? I think the post office is right at now, is coming in at about $200. Because it was like 87, then it went up again. So I think the post office is sitting right at $200. For Christmas, 5 kids at 150 is $750. That's for the kids. That's including my son-in-law. Amazon Prime is like $150, something like that. Let's say $150. Call it that. Recycling, that was like $189, so we're going to call that $200. Uh-oh. Undo. We're going to call that like $200. Pest spray, that was like $170. Okay. Tires, I do 60. We're going to call the tires. They're going to be, I know for my tires, it's like let's just say $300. That's a little overestimated, but I'll put it that. Insurance for me twice a year is going to be around $1,400. Sister pays the other $1,400 for her car. And so that's how we do it. She pays hers, I pay mine, and we call it a day. PureFlix is like $100. Car registration, I think with my taxes and the registration itself, I'm paying about $80. So we're going to call that $80. Pest control, it's $85 4 times a year. So 85 times 4. So $340. Bless it. Okay, oil change, it's going to be about $100. Say about $100 to change my oil. They do the tire rotation, blah, blah, blah. For the state fair. Okay. Here's how I'm planning to do the state fair. I'm planning to go up on a Saturday, stay overnight until a Sunday. The only way to get through the state fair here in North Carolina and see everything and experience everything is to go early in the morning and stay until late at night. So the only way to do that is to be able to stay over in a hotel, right? Or we have some friends that live in the Raleigh-Durham area, but we don't want to impose. So we're looking at about $150, $200 just for the room. Another $100, $150 for tickets and ride tickets. Then you're looking at food. So you could easily drop $500 to $600 at the state fair. Now I'm just going to put $600. Now listen carefully before anybody comes over here and tries to come for me. That's a goal, a hope, a wish, and a dream. We've never gone to the fair. I actually went this year with my work because I went to a workshop and our end of the evening activity was the fair. They provided the tickets for us. And so we went. I didn't ride any rides. I didn't do anything except walk around with my friends. And they ate all the food. I had one corn on a stick, and that was as much as I had. It's a hope, a wish, a goal, a dream. So I'm just putting it on there. Now, a wedding dress. I think I tried on a wedding dress, y'all. Did I share those pictures? Somebody in here, y'all let me know if I shared the pictures. So 2/24, about May of 2024, I was doing the Year of the Bride fast with a particular individual who hosts that through their channel, their platform, and I had done it like 3 or 4 times. One of the things that you do as a prophetic gesture is you do something towards marriage. And my thing that I did was I went to a bridal shop and tried on a wedding dress. I never have done that before. And I did it actually before Shamika's wedding. So Shamika's been married a year. So it was May of 24, but like 2 or 3 weeks before she got married, before we flew out. Did I share it? Okay, Rachel. And so I tried on a very beautiful couple dresses, but one that was just so very beautiful. And that dress was $999. So I'm going to put $1,000. Now, again, this is just a prophetic gesture. It's something that I felt the Lord calling me to do. I've never been back to do it again. That one time was enough. I have the pictures. I can still go back and look and pray and believe the Lord and ask God. So those 2 items, line items 21 and 22, are hopes, wishes, dreams, goals. It's out there in the atmosphere. The floors, are probably, let me see, it was about $1,000 for the floors in the living room. I don't think that my floors are as much, but labor. So I'm going to put another $1,000, right? And again, hopes, dreams, wishes, all the things. Jackson's stuff, I'm not worried about because his dad and I are going to just take care of that as things come up. The dogs is probably about $500 for both dogs for their yearly exams, all their shots and all their things. Now, if I go back up and I start counting what I'm looking at, so 200, I've got 200, 750, 150, 200, 170, 300, 1,400, 100, 80, 340, 100, 600, 1,000. I'm going to put that in a whole separate category. Another 1,000 for the floors. I'll put that in the separate category. And then 500 for the dogs will go on the left-hand side. Now, I'm going to count up all the money that I need to save up for sure. The hopes, wishes, goals, and dreams is $2,600. That is not something that I am pushing for at the moment. $2,600 can go in my savings account. I'm perfectly happy with that. Back to the other side. So if I'm looking at all the stuff I need to save, so 5, 6, 8, 40, 920, 1,020. Cross, 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 plus another 1,400. Cross. 5, 7, 850, 9, 1,600, and then another 170. So that's 3,000, 4,000. So $4,190 is what I'm looking at for all of my sinking funds. If I wait until the June paycheck and the July paycheck, which is going to give me about, see, 1,965, 3,700. $1,735 is still not going to be enough to fund the $4,190 worth of sinking funds. The big expense there is going to be the car insurance. So I'm going to have to be able to make have to fund that car insurance through my social platforms, if that makes any sense. So let's go back and think about this, right? Okay, let me come back to you guys, and then if I need to share again, I will. So I'm going to come back over here and let's just kind of walk our way through. So in order for me to save, right, because I want to save $20,000 plus I want to be able to sink my funds. So I know somebody came on my post and told me I didn't do my math right. So let me make sure I got my calculator, my handy dandy calculator, because I could be wrong. Okay. $500 a month times 12 months is $6,000. I think that's what I said, but I could have done it wrong, or I could have just said it wrong. So if I clear $500 every month on YouTube, and that's just clear it, that's after my taxes are paid, that's after I tithe, so I'll have to make well over that, times 12, that's going to give me $6,000. That's just for savings. That has nothing to do with the sinking funds. Okay, that's just from YouTube. If I manage to somehow save another $500 each month, whether that be taking it from my grocery budget, taking it from my gas budget, Wherever I'm able, whether I go back to doing the summer grocery allocations, whatever I do, if I save $500 for 12 months, that'll give me another $6,000. So that'll give me 12,000 and I'm short 8. Okay. How do I make up the 8,000? Whoo-wee. The $100 envelope challenge gets me $5,050. So if I do the 100 envelopes, that's going to take away $5,050. So that's going to give me now $6,000. $950 that I still need to save. But that would put me closer to, no, I calculated that wrong. Hold on. 6,000 plus 6,000 is 12. So that gives me 8,000 left. Subtract the 5,050, that's $2,950. Let me get my math right because people be coming over here checking. So I still need another $3,000. Let me see if I divide that by 12. I need to make $245 more dollars. So let's say I clear $800 every month on YouTube times 12. That'll give me $9,600 plus the 5,050, which is the 100 envelope challenge. That'll give me 14,650 plus another 6,000, which is 500 I'm able to save for 12 months. That'll give me $6,000. That'll give me $20,650. So here's what I got to do. Y'all have to help me with this, right? Each month, I have to be able to clear $800 on YouTube, right? That's a lofty goal because right now I'm just clearing about 200 to 300. So I got to triple that in order to be able to save $14,000, right? Or what did I say? 800 times 12, 9,600. So I have to be able to make triple what I'm making now, which I can do. I'm coming on live. Y'all get in the video tonight. I've got 2 videos up. I have 2 videos that I'm editing and a short. So I've got videos that are getting ready to come out. I just have to make sure that I am on a good editing schedule. So after I'm done with this, I'm going to go sit down, put my jammies on and edit. Right? I don't have an editor. I don't have anybody that does anything for me. I just do everything myself, but I'm still pushing myself like it was a full-time job. So this could work, y'all. Now listen, if I clear, that's after my tithe and taxes, $800 for 12 months, that would give us $9,600. That would be amazing towards the savings. This has nothing to do with the sinking funds. All that sinking fund money is going to come out of my summer paychecks. If I do also the 100 envelope challenge, that'll give me another $5,000. So I'm going to make that my goal to do the 100 envelope challenge. Now, a lot of people do that in 100 days. That's not my testimony. I'm going to have to do it slowly over time. So I'm going to give myself a year to fill up that 100 envelopes. And it's starting from from $1 to $100. And you're just filling up each number with that amount of money. So that'll give me the 14,650. Then I'm going to try some kind of way to squeeze out of my regular pay for the month, extra $500. Times 12 is going to give me another $6,000. And that should be $20,650. So my biggest push in 2026, the last 2 months of 25 and 26, is to clear $800. Now, I think I've only done that in the time that I've been on YouTube maybe 3 times that I've made over $800. So I've got to really be working. Can it be done? Absolutely. If you like the video, if you share, if you subscribe, if you follow, if you do all the things, that's going to help us push out into the algorithm. What we're trying to do is push out into the algorithm, because you really get paid by views, right? It's not about subscribers. That's not important. It's important, but it's not how they calculate. So once my views go up, my RPM goes up. And right now, I think I'm at like $13. I've been as high as 14, 15. I might have been $16. So every 1,000 views, I get $16, right? Well, right now I'm at $13 and some change. So every 1,000 views, you multiply it times whatever that number is, and that's how you get paid out. So for me, I got to get that RPM up, or I got to get the views up. Now, here's the thing, right? I had thought about doing a part-time job to do this. And the Lord said, Shakima, you can do it your way, or you can do it my way. He says, you already work a part-time job, but you got to actually go in, right? I was working this part-time job and then calling out some days. Well, I don't have time. I'm too tired. I just worked out. All the things. I get it. That's life. But I have time. And so because I have time, what I need to do is make time in my schedule every single day to do what? Video and edit. I need to film and edit every single day. Now, I was getting a lot of views doing shorts. Shorts help me. They don't help me financially, but they help me with views. And when you get views, then you can hopefully retain people, and that helps push up that views on your regular videos. Now, there are some people who are just shorts only. They just only want shorts. I get that. But over the last several weeks, I've kind of calmed down on all of that. In October, you don't get any grocery videos, and that's where I make my bread and butter, is grocery videos. I only did a few budget videos, and people love the budget videos. So it's kind of what works for this place, and you have to work it. Could I go work a part-time job? Yes. Oh, the part-time job that I had, my friend was asking me about. Well, we have another mutual friend who really needed, it might help, but then I have to pay somebody to do the designs. And I think for right now, I need to focus on the content creation more than I do the merch, because even when I had new merch out, I didn't do a lot of sales. So I think if I can just focus and dial down on the content creation, I think that's going to be the first line of defense, or the first line of attack. That's going to help me do what I need to do moving forward. And then I think merch will come after that, if that makes any sense. And I actually need to do some merch that has more of the One Mom brand to it, because that's what people know about us over here. And so if I can, when I just hunker down on the content creation, I think that's where it's going to do it for us, if that makes any sense. So I filmed a video today of, we had Sunday suppers, but I did some other stuff. And so when I'm done here, I'm going to go finish up the end of that. And I will have 2 videos that I need to edit. I started a video yesterday. We filmed it all, and I'm in the editing process. And so as soon as I get done here with that, and I film that ending to the other video, I'm going to come back and finish editing this first video, so that can go up, so I can free up the space on my phone to then edit today's video, so that can go up. I need to have videos that are in the queue waiting to post. Jackson and I went to the Goodwill today, and we picked up something for another video that we got to film before Friendsgiving. Friendsgiving is coming up, so you're going to get a grocery haul for Friendsgiving. You're going to get a prep grocery haul. You're going to get cleaning for Friendsgiving. You're going to get a setting up the porch for Friendsgiving. You're going to get, so that's 4 totally new videos, but I can't be behind editing these 2 videos I got to finish up today. Right? The only way you can get the next 4 videos is I got to finish up today's video. So it's what? 7:50 now. Of course, I need to be in the bed by 9:30 in order to get all my sleep, but I'm sure to be up to 10, 11. But that's what I used to do in the very beginning. When we were first growing this channel, that's how we were doing it. So I know this was talking about the sinking funds and saving the 20,000. So let me go back over that real quick. in order for me to make for $9,600, I need to clear every month $800 on YouTube. That's just YouTube. Now, that could also be in corporation with other things coming in, brand deals, sponsorships, other YouTube affiliates, other social media platforms. I'm counting all that together. But for sure, in order to clear $800 on social platforms would give me $9,600 in 12 months. That's every month consistently. And I think we can do it. Then I'm going to do the 100 envelope challenge. That's another $5,050. Outside of that, I'm going to probably take from my groceries, which is fine. I'm totally fine to take from my grocery budget. We're okay. I'll pull money from there, and any other place that I can pull, I will do some jobs. I will do some, side hustles, do some social media stuff for people as a paid position, and save $500 just in savings for 12 months, and that'll get us another $6,000. Okay. I'm saving $50 a month for my gas. So that's going to give me $600. So these are just ways that I'm going to make this thing work for me. Now, I'm not going to take another part-time job. I'm just not going to. I'm going to be obedient to the Lord. I'm going to pour everything I have into this part-time job that I have right now, which is content creation. And we're going to see what the Lord is going to do, right? No, ma'am, I did not do a sinking fund for Friendsgiving, but that's a good idea. I'll add it to my sheet. Let me put it in right now. No, ma'am, I did not. But great idea. And if I missed anything else, y'all let me know. Friendsgiving. I'm gonna put that in because that is a good idea. I have to pay for that. Friendsgiving 2026. And I'm going to say about $150. That just will cover all of the paper products and all of the things. So I didn't put that on there. Good save, because those are things that I'm going to do. We're going to have Friendsgiving. That's how we set off the season. That's how we get people, because we won't see people during the holidays. I won't even see my kids for very long on Thanksgiving because they'll be with their dad's family. So it'll be just me. And people, once you get into the holiday season, people are off doing their family things, and I don't expect anybody to stop their family stuff for us, right? To come and pick up the lowly single mom and her kid, right? I don't expect that. But we make it our business to invite all the people into our home, whether they want to come or not, whether they RSVP or whatever. We do that. Now, do I feel a type of way? Absolutely not. It's my piece. It's what I can do. And so if people don't invite us, that's their business and their prerogative and right. They don't have to. But this is how we start off the season, because once the holidays happen, people are holidaying wherever they are. Okay. Did I forget anything? Does everybody understand that savings plan? Now, I know for sure when I get money in November, it's not going to be $800. I already know that just based off looking at my analytics for now. I do know that I'm going to have some Paper Sunday money coming in, and I may have a little bit of money coming in from Facebook. Can't be real sure. I'll go back and look. And if it is, it won't be a lot because I haven't posted a ton over there. I'm taking a course. It's a course called YouTube Extraordinaire. And one of the things that they tell us to do is pick a platform, right? Pick one, because I want to work over here and over there and over here. I've been on TikTok now all year long, and I think I might have got paid off TikTok once this whole year, which last year I got paid at least a couple different times. I haven't even, you got to make like $10 to even get paid out, and I haven't even made that much. So, pick one platform and work that. And if I have the chance to post it in other places, I will. But for right now, what I can say is this is where my money is coming from. It might be a small amount, but that's on me. That has nothing to do with anybody else. That just has to do with my schedule. There's some things that I got going on right now. Again, I can't say yet, as I'm trying to work through some challenges, but I can't get in my mind, my headspace about it. I have to work. That's how I've always been able to take care of my kids. I work and I have the time to work, right? I don't have a husband. I ain't got a man. I work. That's what I do. If that changes and when that changes, then I won't have to worry about money, right? Because two incomes are better than one. Today, that's not my testimony. So I work and I just need to, yes, my body's tired at times, but I've been able to push through and share, and it's been helpful to the people who find it helpful. So, anywho, that's kind of where we are. I'm going to look some of the things that need to be paid immediately. I'm going to go back through my sinking funds, and those things that need to be paid within the next, before June, those are where I'm going to focus to sink those funds because they're going to have to be paid before June. Anything that can wait until after June, then I'll use my summer cash money to sink those funds for the next year. Okay. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So anything that needs to be paid prior to June 2026, that's where I'm going to focus sinking those funds. Anything that can be taken past that, then I'm going to wait till June. But once June and July come, I'm going to fund that for the entire year. So I won't have those sinking funds going out every month. That's how I'm going to do it for this year. And then I will adjust it for next year once we start getting paid again in August. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. That's where the funds and the finances are landing. And we just have to be okay with it. Now that you have a plan, Shakima, you can now start to work the plan. And so every month I'll just go in and say, hey, did I make 800? I didn't make 800. Okay. What do I have to do for next time? What extra content can I put out for next time? That make any sense? Okay, very good. I still do have a couple things coming in from work that I haven't been paid just yet. And so those I will definitely put towards savings. That's where that's going. No random spending. I may still do some thrifting here and there. I may buy something here or there. I'm still going to get my nails done, but I am very much focused in on this savings plan. I need to save $20,000 next year. It just has to happen for me. And the only way that's going to happen is if I put in the work. I can't expect anybody to send me $20,000, for anybody to write me a check for $20,000. I just got to work, and that's fine. I'm good with that. But I think this is a workable plan. I think we can get ourselves up to the 800. And here's the thing, right? If we don't save 20,000, I bet you we'll save something because we at least have a plan for savings. Does that make sense? I hope it does, right? Well, Shakima, you didn't meet your goal, right? But this year I didn't save much of anything. I was traveling. I had expenses. Stuff went out in the house. I mean, before every other week, something was going wrong in this house and we were paying for it. We had to get the plumber out to do the disposal. Then he came to do the toilet. Then the tub was acting up, replacing appliances, all those things. If something were to happen, I want to be able to have the money right there to be able to take care of whatever the something is. So I'm just going to be working, and I hope that you'll follow along with me to be able to see how the kids and I do it. I remember my friend Yolanda, and I'm done. She said, Shakima, I couldn't see how you were going to feed those kids. But every week you would say, God did a thing, and she just came over to see what God did. So I'm inviting you to come over to see what God is going to do. It can't do anything but go up from here, right? Because I don't want to say I've been lackadaisical or lazy. I've just had other priorities up until now. Now I'm coming into a season where I'm going to have some days off so I can get some stuff filmed ahead. I have a couple weeks off in December. I can film ahead, right? So the more ahead I am on filming, the more scheduling I can do, and those things can just process their way out. And as they're processing their way out, I'm still filming and it's still processing out. And so it becomes that circular motion, that kind of full circle moment that is producing for us, instead of me not having any content up and nothing's going out. So that's what I look forward to. That's how I kind of keep my mind together. And I say, hey, it may not look like what somebody else is doing, but it's going to work for me. That's my prayer. That's my hope. Some people get 9, 10, 20, 140,000 views on one video. I don't think I've been able to go over like 1,000 views on any video lately. But that's okay. I have done it before in the past, and it can be done again. We're just building again. We're just building again. And that's fine. I don't have a problem building because I like this. I like what I do. I like the people I get to interact with. I like the people who can glean from our channel and implement that into their homes as well. So anywho, y'all, there it is. I'm going to keep working this plan, working this process to make sure that I'm doing my due diligence. If you want to be a part of it, just come hang out with us. Like the video, share, subscribe, follow, do all the things just to see what God is going to do, because it's going to be God or it's not. That's the only thing I can tell you. It's going to be God or it's not. That's what I believe. So anywho, there it is. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Like the video, share, subscribe, and we will see you guys the next time.